Got it. I have to go back and replay it. It is talking about your birth chart. Let's talk about that. So at your birth chart, if you look at the tropical one, right? Ooh, see my ear going off. They didn't want me to tell you. It is about your birth chart. You put your time and date in it, and when you look at the bottom, all right, way at the bottom, this is the first thing I would teach anybody how to look at it. Way at the bottom, it would talk about the air, masculine, feminine. All right, and it talks about the elements that's inside you, okay? Now, in the Bible, it says when God created man, he made it man and woman. So male and female, okay? What he's trying to actually say, because I went to, in New Orleans, when I started getting on my spiritual journey, I went to a college library. Back then, I don't know if you could do it now, but back then you could walk into any college on the dorm and just go in their library. You couldn't check none of their books out, right? But you could just go in there and study. I would study my behind off. I didn't have no job, you know what I'm saying? So I would study my behind off, all right? And so what I found out that when in the beginning, it says in Genesis, God said he made male and female. What I learned, all right, until somebody teach me different, what I learned that female and male is what he puts inside you, okay? All right, I'm about to break this down. This is what he put inside you, because the first thing he made was male. Then he made female. See, when we read that, we thinking, oh, he made woman and male. No, what he put inside you was called male and female. All right. So when you look at the birth chart, everybody has that, male or female. Now, to be completed, you have to have a 10. So if you look at the bottom, the very, 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 very bottom, it talks about who has more masculine and who has more feminine. This is why I say, if you ever understood people that are rainbow babies, because I don't like to say gay, you will find out they are more feminine in their chart. Now, I'm not trying to say they're born gay, but what I'm saying, you're going to find out they're more feminine in their chart. And because you don't know this, the enemy plays on this. That's why I said, if y'all really knew the truth, and if you knew the truth, why the enemy plays on this, the male that is feminine is more intuitive than the woman that is masculine, if that makes sense. So when you see male readers, it's because they're have feminine energy of intuitive gifts. That's why I say, if you ever look at a rainbow baby and look in their birth chart and see that they're more feminine, they have more blessings. I'm just gonna leave it like that. So nevertheless, the reason why you need 10 is to complete you. So when you look at it, it's gonna tell you you're like 3% water, 4% air, 0% earth, and I don't know what the rest, and it adds up to 10, the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. You are the God-like power inside. That is you inside. So when you read this, now I can read all the other stuff. Like if I look at a circle, I can look at it, okay? I just got that good. Some people can't. They just look at it, okay, and be like crazy. But just that little box by itself would tell you who you are, all right? So when I'm looking at this, it looks like the Emperor is more female. That means he's more intuitive. Doesn't mean nothing's wrong with him. He might don't like his nails dirty, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? But he is more feminine. That means he probably keeps a house cleaner than anybody else on this planet. All right? And then the woman is more masculine. Doesn't mean she's more butch. It's just the way it is. And sometimes in a past life, you could have been the male and the other one could have been the female. But at the end of the day, it is a God relationship. This is how I'm talking about, if you learn your birth chart, my Lord, it will save you so much time. You will be like, not you, not you. And how I know I got good at it is because everybody my dad would send towards me on my spiritual journey, I'd be like, what's your birthday? They didn't want to give it to me. Because all I have to do is read your birth chart and say, nope, you're a waste of time. All right? So nevertheless, you're finding out what you attract. So if you're more masculine, you're going to attract men that are more feminine. If you're more feminine, you're going to attract more masculine. And that's just the way it is. Jesus Christ, it's just the way it is. So let me get more on this Emperor and Empress. Yes, somebody is stressed that you even know that. A Queen of wands because she knows she's not skilled. Everybody not skilled like you. There's something you good at, and that's, I know I'm good at birth chart, but there's something you good at that she's not even skilled. That's how you can tell if you're meant to be. I can look at your birth chart and really tell you, no, that is a waste of time. That person is no good. Like, it really gets that deep. That's why I can tell you my ex-husband and his wife that they're a perfect match. They're so evil to get. They're a perfect match. They're a perfect match. All right. Michael, the horn's been blown. Michael. All right. Somebody's finding love for you. Because they understand. I used to break down like my whole sister birth chart. I remember when I got so good, I was at my sister's house. I took one of those erasable markers and was on her mirror, and I broke down her birth chart all the way to the T. And she was like, oh my God, that is all. How did you study this? Because I just studied it because I was upset because people were saying what I wasn't. That's what I learned, because you're not going to lie on me. They used to say all kind of stuff about me, and I was like, that's not me. So I'll give you an example. So one thing I know for a fact, they talk about one thing my dad would scare me, or if you ever make it big, they're going to try to take your soul and give you debt and all like that, right? Here's the truth. In my birth chart, I can't stand that. I cannot stand it. So when somebody says you owe me, the answer's no. That's why some people, if you would I don't like the boy, but the boy 6'9" said, there's some people in this world, they won't even ask that question to. Because your birth chart is the key. That's why it takes so long for them to give you these people know who you are when you're born. That's why it takes a long time before you get your own original birth chart. Your original birth certificate. These people know who you are. They're not crazy. They're not crazy. And so, maybe I should just break down birth charts for fun. I don't know. But that's one thing how you can figure out what clearly when you date somebody. The first thing I would say is, give me your birth chart. I don't give a damn if they call it witchcraft. You say, let me see your birth chart. No, when you were born. You don't even, listen, you don't even need their time. That's how cold I am. I don't even need your time. All right, just give it to me and then I'll go over it real quick. All right? And you can see really what people really are. But right then and there, if you would just look at that. And then the air particles. So it gets water, air, earth, and fire. Here's a little secret. Watch this. The one that you're less of is the one that you need. That's how God works. So in my birth chart, I have, it can say that I have Virgo or earth signs or Taurus or Capricorn, which I got every zodiac in me. But it says that I have no groundness. Because I see the bigger picture and just run. All right? Well, I need that. I need somebody to say, okay, come on, like a hot balloon. Come on down. Let me tie you to the ground. And these are the steps you have to do. I go, oh, okay. That's what you need. So if I'm out here dating and somebody says, oh, I am a fire sign. I don't need a fire sign. I don't need a water sign. You can have it in your chart. I need it. What is your sun sign? I need a direct. No, okay, if you are an earth, that's what I need. So now I can not waste any time. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not wasting any more time. And that is the issue. All right? That is the issue. People waste a lot of time. I'm just going to leave it here. It looks great for you. It looks like that somebody's going to show you a lot of love. Your emperor, congratulations for those, because the rest of us were still looking, fighting for that. But your emperor or empress is on the way. Y'all balance out each other. Some of y'all could be opposites, okay? Just know that. Look at the birth chart, all right? What else? Justice comes in. A tower of justice is coming in at the end of the day, all right? Love you. Oh, somebody's hung up. Well, who's hung up? A high priestess. Or they didn't know you knew birth charts. Or you didn't, whatever you skilled at. Because there's something, some of y'all, let me tell you something. Here's a Five of Wands of control. There is something you guys are skilled at. And I don't know because Spirit's not telling me. All right? And you have to get it out here. Hold on. You guys have to get this sucker out, okay? It is something you are very good at. Five of Wands coming in fast on the Ten of Wands. Somebody, it's over. It's over because somebody's foolishness. They can't copy. That's why I say you don't, keep your, I know people say keep things quiet, and which you should, okay? But show them a little bit of your skills. I mean, you don't get paid for being quiet all your life, all right? But at the end of the day, you're really good, okay? It's a Queen of Wands that didn't know you know. Didn't know you know. So you can't expose everything. All right. Love you so much. Bye.